What did you see on those?
I think it's just a great call by Coach Parker. He called a zero pressure, and I just was just trying to execute what my number was called, and I just shot the gap and tried to tackle the dive, and I was right on both times.
Did you anticipate that they were going to go for it after they took the timeout? I think it was the first 4th and 1. Did you anticipate that they were going to still end up going for it?
Yeah. I watched a lot of tape on them this past season from last year, and they went for it a lot of times on 4th down. And you kind of always got to be prepared for that. And so when they came out of the huddle on 4th and 1, we were all ready to go.
Koen, as well as the defense plays, it's just, I don't know, they were pill to swallow, just frustrating. I don't know how would you kind of sum it up.
Yeah, I mean, I think I kind of really look back on myself. I think I could have played better in a lot of moments. That first touchdown they scored, I think it was the second play of the game. I have to be better. That was an opportunity when my number was called and I didn't execute. And I think look at that as that's a deciding factor. The zero pressure at the end of the game. I maybe even could have popped out on the full slide and maybe got my hand out and maybe batted that ball down. So we all just got to look at the plays that we missed out on. I think, every single time you play football, whether you're middle school football, high school football, you always leave some plays out there. I think just the biggest thing is, during this bye week, we got to obviously rest, recover, collect our bearings, and just find a way to just keep pushing more each and every practice. Find a way to give more because, there's a lot of football ahead. They're a great team. But I think we're just as good as them, and it just comes down to the daily disciplines and just how can we win the day each and every day and stack days and then stack weeks and then hopefully stack some wins together.
Well, holding them to 35 points below their season average, 250 yards total offense below their season average, you have to feel good about what the defense accomplished.
Yeah, I mean, I really only care about winning and losing. That's really the main stat I care about, and so I'm gonna be honest. That's the number one stat I focus on. Rutgers, we didn't play that well. They had I think 300 passing yards, but we found a way to win. And I think that's the most important part. And today, unfortunately, we weren't able to do that. So we got to go back to the drawing board. Maybe tweak some things in practice. Whether it's the intensity and things like that we're bringing as players. And we just got to find a way to keep fighting and keep pushing.
You just listed off a couple of things that you felt personally you could have done better. How do you not let that eat you alive, and how do you let it make you better?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of just try and flush it. I write on my tape like a little reset button every play, and just, even when I get too high, or even too low, just try and reset, and just worry about the next play. And I think that's what we're gonna have to do this season. It's just game by game. We can't. Unfortunately, this game's over. It's a loss. Can't change it, but what we can change is, our attitude and the effort that we bring for the rest of the season.
What do you think about Coach calling those timeouts? You guys fighting until the last second on the clock. I mean, they were coming out ready to shake hands at 2013, but you guys got fighting.
Yeah, I think that's just a testament to what Coach Parker preaches about just relentless effort. And we just got to find a way to bring that, the full 60 minutes. I think there was some times where, I know myself personally slipped on that relentless effort. So we all just got to find a way to bring it every single minute, every single second, every single play.
What did you see on their sideline at scrum before that 4th down stop, the second one?
I'm gonna be honest. I seen like a bunch of tussle, and I wasn't about to go over there. I didn't want to get a penalty, but yeah, I can't answer that question.
In those close games, you guys have obviously been on both ends of it. What separates, I guess, you guys from winning these really close, thin margin?
Yeah, I think it's just it comes down to just executing when your number's called. I think Zach Lutmer, he did an amazing job. He made that interception when we needed him most, and I think it just comes down to us on defense doing that all the time. On that 4th down, the 3rd down where they scored, the 4th quarter, we just got to find a way, like I was saying, to execute when my number's called. If I can't get there, I got to pop out a little bit quicker and try and get my hand up, and maybe I can help my team win the game.
Talk a little bit
Two more
about
questions.
Zach's interception. You started talking about it a little bit. That was the first time Indiana's been picked off all season.
Yeah.
How did that boost this team in such a close game when you guys needed your number called like that?
Yeah, I mean, Coach Farron says, the best players make the best plays in the best moments, and I think, Zach's one of our best players on this team, and we really needed to play, and he stepped up, and he made that play, and I'm just so appreciative to have him on our team. And we just got to find a way to keep building and get some more turnovers to help this offense.
As a captain, I mean, how do you, with obviously it hurting in the moment, but there's still a lot of season left, how do you approach that, like, as a leader of the team?
Yeah, I think just the biggest thing is I just got to continue to motivate other people and lead by example. I think it's easy to be a rah-rah guy and, you know, just talk the whole time. But I think it's most important that I lead by example and try and just bring that relentless effort each and every practice. You know, there's some days that it's hard, but, you know, life's hard. You got to just show up and do it no matter what, because my team needs me to do it. And we all need each other at the end of the day. You know, we need the janitors, we need the scout team guys, we need the coaches, we need the guys in the recruiting department. You know, we all win and lose together, so we just need everybody to be firing on all cylinders. And, you know, if I can just do that every single day, I can, you know, maybe motivate maybe 2 or 3 people to do it, and then, you know, it just spreads.
All right, thanks.